If you've ever forgotten to appear in court or perhaps forgotten to pay your parking ticket or your speeding ticket, you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for this edition of Local Loop. We're going to tell you all about Amnesty Week. We have two guests here with us today. Seated next to me, I have Donte Martin. He is our Municipal Court Administrator. And then we also have Pastor Cynthia Wolford, who is the Vice President of the Greater Wichita Ministerial League. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Glad to be here.
Okay, so first just tell me, what is Amnesty Week?
During the first week of April, April 1st through April 5th, Municipal Court is going to waive warrant fees and the threat of arrest on City of Wichita Municipal Court warrants for defendants that may have failed to appear in court or failed to resolve an obligation to the court.
And when is Amnesty Week?
April 1st through April 5th, 2013.
Okay. And so do these special offers, if you will, do they apply before, leading up to Amnesty Week, or just during the week?
It'll only apply during that week, from April 1st through April 5th. If you appear in person to resolve your outstanding obligations, namely your warrant, the warrant fees will be waived and you won't be arrested on the warrant.
Okay, so if you get pulled over before then, you're probably out of luck?
Correct. If you get pulled over before, then an officer has the ability to arrest you on the warrant, yes.
Okay. Pastor, tell me a little bit about how this whole thing got started.
Well, as a pastor in the Ministerial League, one of the goals that we would like to do is to make sure that we are strengthening our families, strengthening our marriages, and of course making sure that the members in our society and our city are encouraged and strengthened as well. And one of the ways that we wanted to do that was to reach out to the city and see if we could do something about the arrest that of course affects our families. And we had done it back in 2006.
Correct.
And we wanted to see if we could do that again, so that way those people in our community, our members, can go and get these obligations taken care of without the threat of arrest.
And that's a good point, that this is a big deal. It's not something that the city does every year.
No, not at all. We've held two amnesty programs within the past 10 years, 2003 and 2006. So it's not something that we do often, but when we host the programs, it's definitely beneficial to the community as well as the City of Wichita Municipal Court.
Are you getting any early reaction as, publicity starts for this Amnesty Week?
We actually have gotten a very positive response, which I was surprised at, because we do have a stigma in the city that if we do Amnesty Week, it's a trick, it's a trap. But Donte and the City of Wichita have really been gracious to reaffirm us that that is not true. When our citizens do go down to take care of their fees and obligations, there will be no threat of arrest. We want to make sure that our citizens take advantage of this wonderful opportunity without that threat over their head.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if I come down to City Hall during Amnesty Week and I have a couple outstanding warrants, what happens when I show up?
You'll come in, we'll do a record check just to make sure that we've captured all warrants you have outstanding, any cases that you have outstanding. If it's payable, you'll have an opportunity to go to our customer service area and resolve your payment, set up a payment plan, or pay in full. If it's something that requires a court date, you'll have an opportunity to go before a judge that day and continue your court hearings.
So that'll really save people time. You can kind of kill two birds with one stone.
Absolutely, yes.
And if I can just interject, one of the good things that Donte also said is that you can make payment arrangements. A lot of people find themselves in tough financial situations, and that's one of the reasons why they didn't pay the fine altogether. They didn't have the money. So we want our community to know that even if they aren't able to pay it in full, please come and make payment arrangements so you don't have that threat of arrest over your head.
That's right, and you could only waive the fee, the $50 fee, if you show up. Is that correct?
Correct. You have to appear in person. If you make payment through our IVR system or our web payment systems, they won't have the ability to remove the warrant fee, so you will need to appear in person, yes.
And IVR would be the phone system?
Correct.
Okay. Tell me, do you have any idea how many people have outstanding warrants?
In the system, we currently have about 25,000 outstanding warrants. As for the number of people that number represents, I don't know for certain.
So does this cover all warrants?
Yes, it covers bench warrants, citation warrants, probation violation warrants, the full gamut of warrants that are issued in municipal court, yes.
And what about like driver's license, reinstatement fees?
Driver's license reinstatement fees technically aren't a warrant, so they wouldn't be covered by the program. You'd still have to pay both the city and the state's reinstatement fees.
And so if people want to see if their name is on the list of those with outstanding warrants, how do they figure that out?
They can visit the City of Wichita's website, www.wichita.gov. We've also developed a booklet that we've put in area dealing stores that they can go and look at. We've also posted as well on city Facebook sites. There are a number of sources where you can gather that information.
And then, Pastor, what are you hearing from your congregation? I know you guys are doing some outreach for the city too.
Most of the people have been, again, very positive about the whole program, just that little skepticism about the threat of arrest and what if I can't afford to pay the whole fine. Now that they are understanding that, most of the people in our churches have looked at the list. We've passed out booklets and we sent emails to the pastor so they can inform members if they know that their name is on the list. And so we've created a more friendly atmosphere and of course a sense of responsibility. We want you to be able to take care of this. The people have been very positive, so we're expecting a successful week that week.
And tell me a little bit more about the Greater Wichita Ministerial League.
I'm so glad you asked that, because the Greater Ministerial Wichita League is it's a league of like-minded pastors from a variety of denominations who come together to lift up the cause of Jesus Christ, but also to empower our members and fight for the cause of our city and those within our city. So it's just a wonderful organization that we come together, get out of our pulpits, and go and try to help our members and the city as well.
Well, you've definitely helped us. In fact, I know you did some design work on our Amnesty Week flyers, which is really appreciated.
It's been a great collaboration.
Is there anything else that you guys want people to know about Amnesty Week? Anything they should bring with them when they come to City Hall or anything like that?
Please bring identification. We'll need your name, last address, information that'll help us do a background check and make sure that we're gathering any outstanding cases that you might have. That'd be very helpful to staff.
And I think for me, the main thing would be to just take advantage of this opportunity. This is not something that the city does often, and this is a great opportunity to just go in, see if your name is on the list, make payment arrangements. If you can pay it off, take care of it, and get that off of your head so you don't have to worry about that. So we pray that a lot of people will take advantage of it.
All right. Well, thank you both so much for being here, and we look forward to seeing a lot of you guys down here at City Hall during Amnesty Week, which is April 1st through 5th. Thanks for watching.